Okay, today we are going to discuss about introducing DNA into animal cells. Introducing DNA into animal cells, microinjection. The techniques we are going to discuss about microinjection, electroporation, viral vectors. Okay. When we are talking about gene transfer, it is used to produce hybrid. Which is the newly produced organisms has the ability to live in new environment, the ability to produce high yield, high quality product that may be vitamin rich or protein rich meat, egg, like that, or the quantity, the egg size may be big, higher, like meat production also higher, which means the food efficiency may increased. With the particular animal may use less food and convert into high amount of meat, flesh. Okay, it's the main aim. Initially, it was animal biotechnologies emerged to produce the quality and quantity. Nowadays, it was going to another level to treat human disease. The animal biotechnology now evolved to produce vaccines, biomedicines, like that. Okay. First of all, introduction for gene transfer, or introducing genes or fragments or peptides or transgene into another organism. Here it was used in both in basic research and applied biology. Also, it's used the delivery of DNA into animal cells is fundamentals, very fundamentals and established procedure. That means various techniques used to introduce foreign DNA or gene transgene into animal cells. For example, microinjection, macroinjection, particle bombarded liposuction, electroporation, like that. Number of techniques used to viral mediated gene transfer, like that. Number of techniques used to transfer genes into, that means transgene. We are using our cloned gene, which means we are cloning a particular gene of interest, which has specific function, which may response for drought resistance, like that. Particular organisms can able to live in dry areas. With the help of low amount of water, they can live. Or by consuming low amount of food, it produces egg or food, meat, like that. Or fast growth. Within a month, it produces 2 or 5 kg, like that. Okay. The transfer experiments also helps to express introduced gene construct that may newly inserted gene may possible to produce either activate or inactivate particular gene function. I think you may hear about knockout function, knockout mice, knock-in and knockout mice, like that. It may switch off or switch on particular function. Next, applications. When we are talking about the applications, just a minute. Okay, applications. Commercial production of recombinant antibodies and vaccines, gene medicines and gene therapy or gene therapy. Next, history of animal biotechnology. Sorry, not animal biotechnology. Gene transfer techniques. If you are talking about animal biotechnology, it was when the humans born, the animal in the time itself, animal biotechnology developed, because the human starts to culture animals, starts to grow animals in a controlled environment for their need, especially egg, hair, skin, meat, etc. These are the purpose to grow animals. Okay. Where we are depending the animals, we are depending the environment for our food. Okay. So we are depending the animals. Later we produce a hybrid using not hybrid or crossbreed to increase the production. Nowadays we are using tissue culture oriented, tissue culture or gene manipulated culture. Okay. First of all, history of gene transfer. It was first demonstrated in bacteria. I think you all know about transformation experiment. It was done by Frederick Griffith. He discovered the transformation experiment in 1928 in Streptococcus pneumonia. I think you can remember the experiment. Okay. Next, in 1944, Oswald Avery demonstrated the substance transport between cell was DNA. Previously in 1928, the Griffith explained the transformation, but he don't know he knows only some substance transfer from one organism to another organism, but he don't know about the substance. Okay. 1944 only, the Oswald Avery explained the substance which is transferred from one cell to another cell is DNA. Next, in 1946, another person, Joshua Lederberg and Edward Tatum, discovered the conjugation process. That's also you know very well. That means he explains through the conjugation, he explains transfer of DNA from F plus to F minus and become the F minus into F plus. During this process, the F plus may lose one strand of DNA, but it was automatically rectified by repair mechanisms. Okay. He demonstrated in Escherichia coli. You may be thinking, why all the persons use Escherichia coli? Because the Escherichia coli is believed to harmless organism. In some case, it become harmful organism. Okay, leave it. In 1951, The translation process was discovered by Joshua Lederberg and the same person who discovered conjugation, and Norton Cinder. They discovered in Salmonella type. Next, okay, electroporation. Before that, we will discuss one more thing. Why we need for this type of techniques? The animals can able to produce crossbreeds in intensive culture or in free range. But at the same time, it may possible to produce improved varieties. At the same time, it may possible to produce low varieties, which is low food production and low egg production when compared with their parents. While crossbreeding, it may get recessive genes from their parents. So, it leads least production. Next, so in that case, we need also due to the ambipathic nature of phospholipid bilayer of plasma membrane and polar molecules, for example, DNA, protein, especially because of polar molecules, DNA and protein, the DNA particles or the genes unable to freely pass through a membrane. Okay. In that case, we need a physical or mechanical or chemical methods to overcome this effect, these reasons. For example, polar molecules nature, ambipathic nature of phospholipid bilayer of plasma membrane. Okay. So, in that case, we are using mechanical method or chemical method or physical method. Okay. Number of gene transfer techniques used to transfer the genes or gene of interest or transgene or cloned gene or peptides or DNA fragments. Okay. Everything has same name. Maybe in your question paper it may confused. There is a possibility. Okay. Next, first of all, electroporation, then micro injection, particle bombardment method, sonoporation, laser induced method, bead transfection, then viral mediated gene transfer. Okay. First of all, electroporation. It was demonstrated by von Neumann in 1982. It's one of the method for gene transfer. It used to initially it was used to transfer genes in mouse cells. It was developed to transfer genes into mouse cells. It's electroporation is a mechanical methods which is used to introduce or insert polar molecules into, polar molecules means DNA, either DNA or protein, into host cell through cell membrane. If any gene transfer, we are transferring through the cell membrane, either by directly or indirectly. Indirectly means viral mediated gene transfer. It is a widely used method to transfer transgene in bacteria, fungi, plant and animal cells. It involves the use of electric pulse. By using electric current only, we are transferring the transgene. Because of the electric current, the electric current form a pore on the surface of cells. Through the pore only, the transgene or cloned gene transferred into cells or organisms. If it is a single cell organism, it is an organism. Sorry. It involves the use of large electric pulse. It was already we discussed. Next, procedure. Diagram again. Just wait. This is the step-by-step procedure for electroporation. First, you have to culture the cells. If it is an animal biotechnology, it is an animal cells. Animal cell culture, I think you studied or hear about animal cells, monolayer, primary cell culture, secondary cell culture, established cell culture, etc. Okay, this one cell culture. Here the picture shows cells are cultured in a petri dish. Next, the cultured animal cells and the gene of interest. The gene of interest may be selected from any animals. The gene of interest is nothing but the gene we need to transfer. We interested to transfer, which means the particular gene may has high efficiency of some characters, some for meat production like that, or quality, that means vitamins, proteins like that rich in, okay, or fast growth, etc., etc. Okay. Next, we need to collect gene of interest, and gene of interest may transfer to a plasmid or vector. The vector may contain another, as usual, marker gene, antibiotic. Wait, one second. Selectable marker gene, antibiotic resistant genes, both are same. Okay. Origin of replication, restriction sites, etc. If the restriction sites is present, then only we can transfer the gene of interest. Then only we can insert the gene of interest or cloned gene or transgene. Okay. Both are transferred to a apparatus, electroporetic apparatus. I think you can find out. Mix the cells and DNA into special cuvette or electroporetic apparatus. Next, you need to apply the current, either 50 volt or 1000 volt. During that, the cell surface may form that means the outer cell membrane, within the cell membrane it may form a pore. Through the pore only, the gene of interest transferred to particular cells. For that, for efficient gene transfer, in some case the electroporetic apparatus, they may use beads, glass beads like that. Okay, it may form, but there is a possibility to damage the cells. Okay. Okay, you can find out the pores. Through the pores only cells, genes may transfer. You can find the dotted lights surrounds the cell. Through that, the gap, assume the gap as a pore. Through that, the DNA, gene of interest may transfer to cells. Using selectable markers, we can identify whether the particular the resulting DNA is a transformed or not, or transformed one or not. How means the selectable gene either antibiotic resistant or antibiotic resistant. For example, if the DNA consists of ampicillin resistant, means we can, the end of the transform electroporation work, we go for culturing process. During the culture, we need to add ampicillin. The transformants consist of gene of interest along with plasmids. The plasmid consists of ampicillin resistant gene. If we use ampicillin antibiotics in the culture medium, the only the transformants only lives, remaining dead because of the absence of ampicillin resistant gene. Next, applications. Electroporation is widely used in many areas of molecular biology and medical field. Some applications are, important applications are DNA transfection or transformation electroporation. DNA transfection, direct transfer of plasmid between cells, gene transfer to a wide range of tissue electroporation. First of all, DNA transfection. It's mainly used in transfer foreign DNA into the host cell, especially animal, bacterial and plant cell. Next technique is direct transfer of plasmid between cells. It involves the incubation of bacterial cells containing a plasmid. That may be done with another strain which is lacking plasmid. But same time, the another strain which lacks plasmid contain some desirable features. That means the features may be need. Okay, next one. Gene transferred by tissue electroporation. It may performed in vivo, not in vitro. In vitro means a laboratory condition. In vivo means outside also we can perform. Performed in vivo for more efficient gene transfer in a wide range of tissues like skin, muscles, lung, kidney, brain, etc. Next, advantages. It's a highly effective techniques which is used in all cell types and species, which means majority of the cells can take the target DNA, that means target gene of interest or cloned gene. Also by With a small scale investment, we can perform the electroporation process, electroporetic process. Okay. Next, disadvantage. It will damage the cells. It's a major limitation for electroporation because we are using to produce high number of transformants. We use glass beads. It may possible to damage the cells. Okay. Another limitation is non-specific transfer, which may result in which may cause improper cell function and cell death. In that case, sometimes we planning to transfer a gene of interest. Instead of it transfer, for example, instead of it transfer some other part of plasmid, or more than one gene of interest may transfer to particular cell, which cause imbalance. Instead of one gene, another part is transferred, may cause improper cell function or even cell death. Next, micro injection. Micro injection was first proposed by Dr. Marshall and Barber. Dr. Marshall in early 19th century. It's a widely used, just wait. Wow. Okay. It's a widely used technique to transfer gene into mammals. It involves the delivery of foreign DNA into living cells. For example, eggs, oocytes, embryos, cells of animal cells. Through the fine glass of micropipette only, we are transferring the genes. You can find in picture. It is used to identify the characteristic function of dominant genes. Next, procedure. Procedure for microinjection. Delivery of or transfer of foreign DNA or foreign gene or transgene clone gene is done under the powerful microscope, because we cannot see the animal cells in by using naked eye. So, we need a microscope. Next, by using glass micropipette, which the tip size is 0.5 millimeter diameter. This, through that, the cells to be micro injected or injected into animal cells. While injecting, the animal cells may move from their location. In that case, we are using suction apparatus. Using suction apparatus, we are giving proper pressure. If you are giving higher pressure, the cells may enter into suction apparatus. By using proper pressure, by giving proper pressure, we can hold the cells. After holding, we inject the DNA into particular cells. Next, advantage. Advantages of micro injection. There is no requirement for marker gene. Because the marker gene is used to identify the transformants. When compared with electroporation, we are non-specifically transfer the gene of interest there. Here we specifically inject the cells into a target location. If it is a male pronucleus, we injected into male pronucleus. Most probably we injected in male pronucleus. Okay. Or female pronucleus, we can inject in the female pronucleus, or we can inject into embryo. Like that, we can inject into exact position. So there is no requirement of marker gene. Next, introduce the target gene directly into single cell. So easy to identify the transformed cells. But during micro injection, we can only less than 25% only we can 25% of cells only, less than 25% of the cells only lives. So there is no need of antibiotic resistant genes or herbicide resistant or the microinjection is the effective techniques to create transgenic microorganisms, transgenic organisms.